Well, hello. Welcome to another glorious day here on planet Earth. I'm Jerry Dreesen, the Executive Director for the Association of PEMF Professionals, otherwise known as the AOPP, and welcome. If you're watching this live, feel free to drop in a comment on the side there. Say hello if you have any questions or anything like that. But if it's a recording, you can always reach out to us at our website and contact us there as well. So to do that, you can always, it's the pemfprofessionals.com. So with that, let's get started today. Probably those of you that are looking to know an amazing thing about today, of course, it is military time. Later on tonight, it'll be 22/22, 2022 to 2022. There we go. I said it. But yeah, it's kind of a fun day. Those of you that like playing around with numbers. So just thought I'd start out today's broadcast with that. So those of you that are members, you have probably seen our February newsletter. That's where we talk about new memberships. Also, the new education that's coming. You can get updated branding media and also our continued commitment to provide members with the most effective assets. And there are more and more people joining all the time, but it's also because the word is getting out there too. And I think that it is really important for people who are using PEMF machines to have a resource, and those are some of the things that we're doing, and that's why I think that it's really important for you to like and share this as well. Which level for an existing practitioner business with no employees? Well, it's definitely you can move up the scale if you want, but if it's just you, then you can just get the single membership as opposed to a business. Business is a little more where you can help promote your business. You get access to things like our websites that we make for people. We call them digital business assets, but those are some things too. So Melissa, take a look on our website, and I'll show that in just a few minutes too, where you can go to get those things. So great question. So our February newsletter came out, and it is, if you haven't had a chance to read it, go through it, and it's got some really good information there on that as well. One of the other things we talked about last week is our membership portal, which is now live. So what that means is those of you that are members, there is a area that you can go to that has things that are just for you. For example, when you log in, you'll be able to see videos of interviews that we've done. There are some things that we talk about where, how do you get your business started? How do you contact businesses to come in and work with them? There are, how do you go about building your business with social media? So we have those videos, as well as other things like how do you treat the knee with PEMF, and how do you do knee sessions, and I'll get into that in just a minute as far as the words that we need to use based on what profession you're in. But there are all kinds of things in there that you can access once you become a member. So we're really excited about that, to be able to get that going. That was one of our checks on our list for this year. So if you are a member, you haven't been into the portal yet, jump in and you can take a look and see what's there. Some of the other things that are going on is we have been mentioned in part of a article that just came out. And what this is, it's a company, Journal of Modern Healing. So what's great about this article, I'll pull it up here. Let me just jump out real quick. It's an article that came out, and what it does is it talks about, it's a PEMF success story. And this is a woman that had myalgic encephalitis or chronic fatigue syndrome, and her journey with using PEMF. And what's great about it is how PEMF turned her life around and how she is today. And then you can see that we're part of that too, and we got a mention in it as well. So you can check out that article. I will drop, let me grab that real quick, that article into our feed there so you can jump in and take a look at it too. Also, in our AOPP website, we have the shop AOPP. So if you were to go up to that, let me just make that a little bit bigger. So here we are on the shop page, and there's apparel. Let me back off over here. When you first go to it, you can see our different certifications. So, your question to me, Melissa, was, which one should you do? Should it be just the certified or professional? Again, what's great about the professional one is you are able to link it to your business. So when you go to the map, on the practitioner map, as far as the directory, I'll just walk you through that. Like up in this right-hand corner, you see the membership AOPP, but you can do a search for your area, and let's drop mine in here. That's probably under my business. Let's try that. It doesn't matter which one of those we want. So it brings it up, and then you are able to check it out, and it gives you more information. It gives you like the person's business hours and phone number and things like that. That's the difference versus just having a mention in it when it goes to the map. If you do a map search. So visit the map. And here we can do, let's do that again. Just drop that in there. And then you can see that there's an orange map, which is basically shows that I'm a verified professional. And when you click on that and you view, then it brings you up to the other information about the clinic. And this is what the what you'll get as far as on the store, what we're talking about as far as the business side of it. So yeah, you'll be able to have all this information and links to your site. And then one of the other things that we ask you to do once you have your site is that you add on your website, you add a link. Mine's been updated, so I have to drop that in. But you can actually put a little link in there, and it'll take you to the AOPP website, so you'll be able to do that as well. So those are some of the great things that are going on under Shop AOPP and also for the memberships. Some things that you can do, people are asking, like what can we do as members, or how can we help out AOPP? And there's a lot of regulatory board whispers that go back and forth as far as AOPP, or not AOPP, but PEMF in general. And they're wondering, how do we allow PEMF into these events, and who should be the ones holding on to the PEMF devices? And so a lot of regulatory boards, they don't know, they don't understand as far as who can be using a PEMF device. And so we go in and we educate them. We talk about not only what PEMF is, what it does, but also what it isn't. And then also members of AOPP have gone through the training to know how to do all of those things. So we go as an advocate for you to help you through that. But if you're not a member, we can't help you out. It's only for our membership. So again, that's one of the perks of being a member, is that we can go in there and help represent you and also help guide you through any kind of legal challenges you might have as far as getting into events. So another great reason to join our organization. But also, this is really important. We're starting to see some of this, but we need to be careful what we're saying, especially what we're posting on social media. So you have to use proper terminology based on who you are. If you're a medical professional, you can say treatment and you can say device or medical device. But if you're not, you got to use the word sessions, and you're using a wellness device versus a medical device. So those are so really important distinctions that you need to make, because one of the things with social media is once you've posted something, now people can go back and see it. They can go back into the past and see what you were saying and possibly use it against you if it's going to harm you moving into an event. So it's going to be really important now that PEMF is really getting a look over for being used, and having people that are members that are non-medical that are going in and setting up and doing sessions on people and small animals and horses. So it's really important that maybe even go back into your past posts or broadcasts that you've done, and if you can, swap out those words, so that way we're all using the same terminology, which is really important. Okay, next. If you are a business and you want to be featured, we're starting to line up our interviews. Lauren has like 10 questions to ask. And we would love for you to come on board and share your success using PEMF. And if you are interested, then shoot us an email over to Madison, and she'd be more than happy to talk to you and see if it's something you want to do, and get you on cue for basically it's not going to be live. It'll be like a Zoom call, and then we go in and we edit things and chop things up and just put together only the stuff that we want. No, it'll be things that you say too. So again, reach out to us and let us know if there's somebody that that you think would enjoy doing something like that, or has a really good business that you think should be featured. Let us know and we'll reach out to them as well. And then also we're continuing to build our nonprofit side, but also our regulatory system, but just even having experts. So we have like a think tank, but people that are available. So if you want to ask a question, we can get to you right away. So if you have somebody that you consider to be an expert or has lots of hands-on experience, if that's you or someone again, reach out to us and let's get them on our board of directors or our group of what we call subject matter experts. So that way we can continue to provide you with the best up-to-date information for any questions that you have. And then also you can send that information to Lauren, and again, just address it to Lauren. And yes, Melissa, also, yes, as far as the word selection, and it is treatment. I say it all the time, and as a doctor, I'm able to use that, but I have to be careful, like when I'm doing these recordings, that I don't say that, because if you hear me say it, then you can use it also. So yes, it's sessions, and again, part of our certification program that we do on the human side, we talk about what words to use and what words not to use. So it is when you're using modalities and stuff like that, being careful, because it's the regulatory boards that are going to come after those of you that are using the word treatment without a license to treat. And so that's why we want to make sure that you know about this now, so that somebody doesn't come after you down the road and say, you need to remove that, or it gives PEMF users like they go after, unless you are a doctor, you can't use PEMF because this group is saying treatment versus session. And so it's, like I said, it's really important that we use those things. So yes, Melissa, I agree with you 100%. So also those of you that are interested in becoming a member, again, just going to our website and looking at our different levels that you can join, and each one has a little bit more that you can do. I talked a little bit about that today. And you have, and again, yes, Melissa, it does and can create liability issues. So, it's like performing medicine without a license. It's, it can go really crazy depending on, how these boards, regulatory boards, want to come after you. So, yeah, go through all your material. In fact, if you've got a website, if you've got a Facebook page, if you hand out material, go through those things and make sure you're using the proper words on that, because I guess that is probably the big take home for today's broadcast. We'd love to have you be a member. We're growing strong. We're only I would say probably 2 years old on once we got the website rolling, and we're reaching out. We're grabbing all this media, and we're getting great people to join us, like Dr. Bard with all of his PEMF research that he's been doing, and he's featured in some of our things too. But if you want to join, those of you that are members, remember to use your coupon code to renew or upgrade your membership. And those coupons are discontinued as of December 31st. So if you're in the process of renewing, make sure you're using those things. And again, thank you for your time. And it's been a pleasure spending these 17 minutes and 2 seconds with you broadcasting. And like and share us, go to our website, ask questions. We are here for you, not only to educate you on best practices with PEMF, but also how to grow your business, how to market your business, how to present yourself to organizations where you can connect with them and maybe work inside a naturopathic office or a chiropractic office or an osteopath, all of those things. And so we would love to hear from you. And again, thanks again for jumping on board. And Beth, good to see you again. And I hope to see you soon in the spring. There's a couple of conventions coming up. So as I tour them, I hope that I'll be able to meet up with some of the people that I've met in the past. And I look forward to reaching out and talking again to you next week. So take care, everybody, and enjoy